What's up everybody, it's Dono. In this video I'm going to go over 5 tips for brand new beginning rappers. One of the most common questions I get from people who want to learn how to rap is something along the lines of, hey, I want to learn how to rap, I've never done any of this before, where do I start? So today I'm going to go over 5 quick ways that you can start on your journey to learn how to rap. The first is to figure out why you're rapping. Depending on what your goals are, you're going to have a very different learning trajectory. So for example, if your goal is to make music, to sell, to make money, to tour, all that kind of stuff, then you have to realize that you're going to need to learn how to do marketing. You're going to need to learn how to get high quality audio. You're going to need to learn how to build an audience. But on the other hand, if your goal is something like, hey, I just want to learn a new skill, hang out, freestyle with my friends, that's a totally different skill set and a totally different learning path. So the first thing you need to do is figure out why you want to rap, and then you can start looking for resources that are going to help you get to the level that you want. The second thing is to be ready for criticism. No matter what, when you get into an art form, people are going to start giving you feedback whether you want it or not, unless you hide your stuff in like a box in a closet or something. But beyond that, like as you interact with people, as you tell them that you're learning this skill or that you're creating music, you're going to get feedback. And obviously the concern is like, I'm going to get all this negative feedback and what should I do? So just know that you're going to get negative feedback. What you need to do is prepare yourself to look for points where you actually can improve, and realize that if somebody says something like you suck, which is completely unhelpful, there's no value in that, right? And it's going to be hard. For most people, it's going to take some time. Most of you, you're going to get some negative comments. It's not going to feel great, even though you're prepared. Over time, that will disappear. Over time, you'll stop really caring about what other people think, and you'll realize that there's a subset of people out there that are just going to be negative no matter what. On that same note, there's also going to be people that just give you positive feedback all the time no matter what. That's also not that helpful. Feels a lot better, but that doesn't help you grow as an artist. So as you get this criticism, just try to pay attention to what specifics you can actually change. Something like you suck or this is awesome, you can't do much with. But if somebody says something like, I feel like those vocals weren't quite matched with the instrumental, that's at least something you can work with. The third thing is to find other musicians you can learn from, or basically just get integrated into the community. It depends on where you live. If you're in a small rural area, you may not be able to find anyone else that's interested in rap. That's okay. If you're watching this video, then you have access to the internet. There are communities out there where you can start engaging with people and talking to them. One of the quickest ways to start learning is to find a mentor. And if you approach, the community with like an open mind and positive and that you're ready to learn, more likely than not, someone is going to kind of connect with you and help build the skills that you need as an artist. The other part of that is that it's just nice to interact with other, musicians, other people who are interested in the same kind of music, who are trying to build the same things, who have the same mindset. Going back, like when you get feedback from other musicians, they kind of know what they're looking for. Now they might have some biases because they like to make a certain kind of music, but they'll be more engaged in the art form and be able to help you out more. Beyond that, you can kind of bounce ideas off of each other, show each other music, all that kind of cool stuff. So beyond just like the feedback and mentorship piece, it's just easy to build friendships and meet cool people who want to do the same thing. On that same note, if for whatever reason you're having a hard time integrating into a community, or you're just starting and you haven't really made that many connections, spend some time looking at established artists and what they're doing, and try to use their music to learn from. The fourth thing you should do is learn more about language arts. So a lot of people will not admit this, but poetry and rap have very similar backgrounds. So the more that you understand about poetic techniques, the more interesting and unique rap lines you're going to be able to create. A few of the techniques you should look into: similes, metaphors, wordplay, rhymes, like complex versions of rhymes like multisyllable and internal rhyme, counting syllables, basically anything you can think of that would make you a better communicator in general or a more creative communicator is something that can help you in the rap realm. So if you really want to get good at rapping, you should take some time to learn, some of these language arts skills. The fifth thing that's super important, and I could put tons of stuff here, but I think it's so important it needs a spot, is learn how to count bars. Now there's a lot of music theory that you could learn, but the one piece that's absolutely essential to be able to rap well is knowing how to count bars. Counting bars is going to give you the foundation to do so many things, but mainly it'll keep your flow on point and help you maintain your rhythm. Luckily, if you don't know how to count bars, I've made another video on that. I will put up a link for it. So if you don't know how to count bars and you're just starting out, check that out. It's definitely going to be useful to you. As we wrap up, I kind of want to just, do a few housekeeping things. As you start a new skill, it can be really frustrating because you're not good at it. You don't have that much experience, especially with something like rap. You may have feedback from other people saying that you're not good, all this kind of stuff. If you really are dedicated to starting, you need to set your resolve now. Like I was talking about, set your goals and work towards those. Break it into small little chunks and achieve those piece by piece. And before you know it, you're going to be good. So don't let these outside factors, this outside frustration, and anyone else really slow you down. Just focus on one small piece at a time, and like I said, before you know it, you'll be good. That's all I've got for this video. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the box below. Besides that, check out my website, rapbetter.com. I've also got a complete how to rap course, which you can find the link to down in the description. Beyond that, keep practicing, and I will see you next time. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the videos. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comment box and I'll get to them as quick as possible. See you guys.